So Roger, first of all, back on the business end of your life. I mean, what's it like coming back to work after having a few weeks off, essentially?
Well, it's nice. It's exciting, I mean, it's been summer all around, and it's been good weather. So I'm eager to play. Body feels good. Had a nice time off after sort of Wimbledon, and looking forward to play some again. Now I think the tournament is tough. It's a long stretch of hardcore tennis. It's always tough on the body, but I'm eager to get off a good start here in Montreal.
Is there ever that temptation, when we've been away from work, you think, oh, do I really have to go back? Do you ever have that kind of feeling?
No, I think for us it's different. I think we kind of get pumped up and excited again to start again, and then eventually you sort of run out of gas, so you just get a bit tired. So I think with us it's the other way around. But yeah, I don't mind getting back into a long swing again.
Now, you always seem to celebrate your birthday here. I mean, is that, again, sometimes we like to celebrate that with people, sometimes just quite privately, but you have to really share that with the world, don't you?
I do a little bit, yeah. So thank God I won't do much press on my birthday, which is good. And this is obviously a big one. I'm turning 30 on Monday, which is nice. Big news in the sporting world, because whenever you turn 30, they make a big deal about it. I'm not the biggest fan of making a big deal about my birthday in the first place, but if other people are happy, that's a nice thing. I obviously appreciate all the messages and support I get from all my fans, really, and friends and family. I think that's really sweet, to see how much people care about me. And I guess to some degree it's nice to be able to share it with, either fans when I go practice, or people who, and fans who want to give me presents and stuff, that I'm there, not hiding away somewhere where nobody can see me. But I did have a big birthday, a sort of surprise birthday party when I was back in Switzerland. So this one on the actual date will be much more calm and nice as well to celebrate with my family.
Yeah, I mean, tell us a bit about your party. I mean, we all obviously have plans, and I imagine Mirko was involved quite a lot in that.
Yeah, I mean, well, I didn't know about it, what was happening. I thought I had a sponsor appearance, and at the end it turned out that many of my friends and family were all there, and then nice dinner, nice party, danced away into the night. So it was nice. It was unusual and a big surprise, and I got caught off guard for sure.
When reaching those milestone birthdays, it's always a time for us to kind of a bit of introspection, maybe look at what we've achieved. I mean, someone like you, obviously, it's quite easy to not really regret what you've done, isn't it?
No, I mean, I agree, actually. I never was a big believer in looking back, looking forward, especially I think when you come on tour, let's say as a 20-year-old, if you look 10 years back, I was like, let's just see where it takes us, let's go day by day, and hopefully I'll be successful in one day, and next thing you know, it's like 10 years later, I've achieved so much like I never thought I would. And now for the next 10 years, I hope that like the last 10 are going to be as nice, if not even better, because I think it's a wonderful age of 30. You kind of know where you stand in your life, what you want to achieve, what you have achieved already, and I've had an incredible last 10 years, and I'm looking forward to what's to come for me.
Well, I actually found being 29 was the worst age, because it's coming, isn't it? And now you're there,
yeah.
You can put that behind you and move on.
Big relief, yeah. I can finally live normally again. No, I mean, honestly, for me, the age as a tennis player, it's the body who tells you how old you are, and not so much just the actual age. Obviously, as time goes by, you get more experienced, and maybe the body gets a bit more tired at times, but I think you know where you are, and with your experience you know how to pace yourself, you know your weaknesses, you know your strengths by now, whereas at 20 you're just looking for what are the right things to do, how much can my body take, all those things. I'm much more wise today, which I think is very positive.
What message would you tell the 20-year-old Roger now, knowing what you know?
Well, the same thing, like back then, just enjoy it, because there's no rules as a 20-year-old, there's just go out there and have a blast, really, because things will change, especially on the tour, as time goes by, as you get a bit, you're going through a lot of tough moments and a lot of great moments, and you want to enjoy those great moments and don't just let them pass by.
Have you actually sat down and kind of looked, at the trophy cupboard, all those, you've got so many records, have you actually kind of sat down and thought, wow?
Yeah, absolutely. Just now when I was at home again, I was in the trophy room and looking at the trophies one by one, going like, it really is incredible what I've been able to achieve, but I don't need that to fuel my motivation or energy. I just love the game so much, and I love being out there, and the competition with the new guys. There's always something to look forward to in tennis. We have a lot of highlights during the year, and this is now a wonderful part of the season for us. And I get excited about it, and I don't necessarily need to look at my trophies to get that.
I mean, philosophically, do you you know, do you ever sort of think, all I do is play tennis? I just play sport. You know, if I was this good at, you know, science or something, what would I be achieving? Do you ever think that?
No, I never thought about that actually, you know, because I'm very happy that I chose tennis, that I've been so successful as a tennis player, and I probably would be very happy as well, not having won all of this, but just being able to play tennis. Sure, it makes it a bit more fun and my life more interesting, meeting so many interesting people, different cultures, I mean, wonderful places around the world, being able to give back through my foundation, that I've had all those opportunities, you know, over the years. It's been quite something. I never thought my life would be so full and so alive, really, and that's why I never thought, what else would I have done? What if? I'm a tennis player, that's what I am, and trying to also be good at some other things. Father, husband, all those other things too. But right now it's tennis this week, and we'll see where it takes us.
I mean, you've touched upon that outside of tennis element. I mean, obviously everyone said that you've done so much for this sport. I mean, do you as well feel about that as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think the time to look back on what I've done for the sport is when I retire, not when I'm turning 30. And I think that's the misconception many people have right now. That's why I don't want to say I got upset or angry or whatever, but many sort of journalists or media are writing, oh, Federer's turning 30. It was like, okay, I know this is maybe a big deal, but it's actually not different than 29, 30 or 31. I think a big news would be if I would retire, and then you can look back at my legacy and what have I achieved, what have I done, how good was I for the game, but not really at 30. I mean, it's nice they're doing it, but I don't really care too much, you know. I mean, I'm still going and I still want to achieve much more, and my goal has always been the long term, you know. If I look back at the last years, especially when I turned world number 1 in 2004, I always wanted to play as long as possible. So for me, 30 is just another milestone to play for many more years to come, really.
Yeah, I mean, you've been quoted, I think, this week about comparing, you know, Agassi won the US Open, I think, after turning 30, and Sampras as well. So are there things that they did differently, or you know you're going to have to do differently to, you know, maybe 5 years ago when you were dominating the tour so much?
Yeah, I mean, I think every player is different, you know. I mean, how different is Agassi to me? Totally different, you know. I mean, his life and his career was totally different. Pete maybe a bit more similar, but then again, he was a serve and volley player, and I mean, he won his last Grand Slam almost sort of 10 years ago. So things have changed again quite a bit, and the way we play today, it's more baseline tennis. It's more maybe somewhat physical. So times change, you know, and I just think if you have the hunger, the will, the professionalism, yeah, everything's to play for me, really. So we'll see how it goes.